Two, he was lost in the dark. He heard men say, "You about to meet the boss." Code name Presidente. They brought him to a fortress.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Is this thing on? Welcome back to the Dopest podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 7. I am your host, Nasir Moss, the pro waiver, the creator of dope shit. I be forgetting to say that shit. But also the pro waiver, the drunkest podcaster, you know. I feel like I turned into a little bit of an alcoholic on this joint. And I'm not the proudest of that, but recently, I've never had like a vice until like 3 years ago when I went to college and started using cannabis. I fell in love with that shit, and then I noticed probably recently, like I never really drank like that, but probably like the past year or so, I've noticed what alcohol does to you, and it turns you into a different person, man. Well, I noticed for me, it makes me more talkative. Like it makes what I do. Yo, what is up with these headphones, man? Yeah, I left my headphones at home, man. I gotta use some Jones we got in the studio, man. I can only hear out of one ear. This is craziness, man. What's going on? But I only really drink on the weekends like that. Like I ain't. Well, I'm lying. I went to go pick up my car the other day out Jersey, and me and O went to Miller's Ale House and had a few drinks there. I really be drinking whenever I got the opportunity to recently on some real shit. But mostly doing this fucking podcast, I've been drinking a lot. Because it, like I said, it makes me more talkative. I'm more sociable, which is everything that I'm not when I'm sober. Like even when I smoke weed, I'm not really that sociable. I don't think. I think it puts me more into that antisocial part of me, that introvert part of me when I smoke weed. Or it could just be the sleepiness, and I don't want to be around anybody. It could be any one of those things. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor, man. So another one of my AKAs, the scientist, allegedly. Oh shit, I didn't mean to play them. I'm allegedly a scientist of sorts, a botanist. Welcome back though, episode 7, man. The Dopest podcast. Oh, another AKA, the antisocial podcaster. I got AKAs for days, man. I don't know, man. I just ain't been feeling like having a guest on. Cause when you have a guest on, you gotta like prepare, and not necessarily, but I would like to. Like I would like to be one of those interviewers that has all the fucking notes written down and shit like that. Like, you ever seen that interview that Charlamagne did with Kanye West? They got all them fucking views on YouTube. That shit got millions and millions of views. Charlamagne had a little a pad. I don't know what was on there. It could have been just for show. But for the most part, all of the interviews that I've ever done, from Trainwreck to here, I've had some general questions written down, but it hasn't been any extensive preparation, like, at all. I haven't really prepared for much of this shit. So, and I do want to do interviews, don't get me wrong, but just not right now. I don't feel like I'm in the right spot to be. I gotta establish something more. I feel like myself, like a name for myself. I gotta establish more of a name for myself. It's people that do want to come on here, people that like up and coming artists and shit like that I could have on, but how do I say this without sounding disrespectful and shit like that? Cause me and my friends, we actually got some shit going on here. It's like it's not no little bullshit. We trying to do something here. So how can I say this without being disrespectful? I don't know what we would talk about if an up and coming artist would come on here, cause I don't really listen to up and coming artists like that from Philly. I don't really like Philly musicians all like that, to be honest with you, especially rappers. Like I don't like outside of my circle, I don't really listen to anybody else. So it would just be like I would be doing it for the to get your audience, basically. That's all I would literally be doing it for. And I don't want this show to be that. Like something that we was trying to do with Trainwreck that I'm also carry over here. I want y'all to be here for me. Also, yeah, I'm gonna have a guest on, but at the end of the day, I don't want to be dependent on having to have somebody here in order to get some work done. You know what I mean? Like, say I don't have a guest on some days. What, am I not do a show? No, I gotta put some content out, and I don't like the Zoom shit. I don't because I've done that already. I've talked to people over fucking Google Hangouts and shit like that for years. You know, I don't want to do that shit anymore. Like, I want the shit to be in person. I want the shit to look good. I want it to sound good. Like that whole shit that happened over my bad. Shut up, Siri. That whole shit that was happening over Corona and quarantine and shit like that with the Zoom podcast, all those podcasts that popped up because people was just bored. I mean, it helped the industry for sure. I mean, I fuck with that aspect of it, but it didn't look or sound good at all. I don't like the way that shit looks or sounds. So the Zoom shit is definitely out of the question. And as for having somebody come sit down with me, I don't really like a lot of niggas like that. And this don't go for any people that I interact with. We gonna get it done. Like a lot of the interviews that I had over on Trainwreck, anybody that came on Trainwreck is definitely gonna come back on here. I'm just establishing right now. Maybe when I get to episode 10, I'll start having some more guests on. Maybe. I don't know. Most likely though. I'm just establishing this podcast right now. Like I kind of want people to be here for me. And I could also show my personality in those interviews that I do, of course. But I don't know. It's just something that's been on my mind recently. I felt like sharing with y'all. If you were wondering why I haven't been having any guests on, because I know the first or second episode that I did, I said that was a goal in this podcast and having guests on so I could stop being so fucking antisocial. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I do have some people that I do want to talk to though, like that's not associated with music or anything like that. Like you don't have to be a musician to come on here. I actually prefer you not be a musician if you come on here, because I have more to talk with you about. Like it's like I listen to a certain kind of music, and it's only but so many people that I talk to that make that kind of music. Like I listen to R&B sometimes. So, but as far as all the hip hop music that Philly is making, I'm just not into it for the most part, like at all. And I listen to underground hip hop all day. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I listen to hip hop, just not the kind of I don't like the kind of hip hop that y'all making. Let me put it like that. Like put for example, we had Billy Dave Hart on the podcast, on Trainwreck Podcast, the podcast I used to do. He makes the kind of music that I listen to every single day. Right? So that's somebody that I wouldn't mind having back on the show. and sitting down with music wise on the music tip. Like I like this at the end of the day, this is my show, and I'm gonna talk to the kind of people that I want to talk to. Like, I ain't gonna have nobody force me to do anything that I don't want to do, cause when that happens, it don't come out right. It never comes out right. It don't, man. I know, cause I've done shit that I don't want to do before, and I recently just stopped doing that shit. Like I had a problem. I would say yes to things that I actually didn't even want to do. I didn't want anything to do with it at all, and I would just say yes to it. Just because that's the kind of person I try to help everybody out, but you can't overextend yourself. You know what I mean? You'll stress yourself out, and nothing will get done. That's why I started focusing on myself. It's all gonna make sense soon. But let's get on with this episode, man. I don't know what that was about, but take that with whatever, man. I don't really care. Episode 7, we in the building. What's up? It's the best looking podcaster. Who else look better doing this shit? You know what I mean? Just scroll down your Apple Podcast list or just scroll down YouTube. You won't see anybody looking better doing this shit. I guarantee it. That's the Dopest podcast guarantee. What have I been up to this week, though? I've been in pain. Major pain. Not really. I ain't no bitch. But I did tell you guys that I have been going to the gym, and I mentioned in one episode that one of my goals was to work out enough in the gym, rebuilding my shoulder, because I mentioned in that episode that I had injured my shoulder once, and it's like a recurring injury. Like it'll go away. I'll be fine, you know, and then I'll go play basketball or some shit like that, and I'll do too much, you know, or not even too much. It's like it shouldn't be a problem. Like it shouldn't be like the movements that I'm doing. It shouldn't be a problem if you're a human being that's in shape. Like you should be able to do these things without being hurt. You know, you should be able to block somebody's shot. I don't know. That nigga might have been doing too much too and going up with too much force. You know, because I got my hand on the ball and then he went up and then my hand went up and my shoulder just. So I went to go play basketball with my friends, and essentially that's what happened. And yeah, I was in pain that day. I was real angry, but I couldn't be angry at nobody but myself, because I knew I shouldn't have been out there, man. But the last time I went to go play basketball, I was cool. Like I went to go play basketball outside on this park on Kelly Drive, which allegedly is a pretty famous park. Allegedly, Allen Iverson is played there before. Some other notable basketball players from Philly, and I was told that the boy off the Sixers, Tyrese Maxey, was down there playing before. That's crazy, man. During the playoffs too, risking it all. You know, not. Well, I guess that's kind of practice. You know, but if I was in the playoffs, I would rather practice in a actual facility with physical trainers and physicians and shit in there, just in case something happens to me. But you know. Who gives a fuck, you know? Just go out there and play with the people, I guess. But yeah, I was fine. And I don't know, it's just I had went to the gym earlier. That probably might have did it. That might have did it right there. Like I was working on chest, right? Because I had already planned to go to the gym, and the basketball shit was last minute. So I was on my way to the gym. And we was planning on working on chest that day, and one of the machines kind of, I have this shoulder injury forever. I haven't went to the doctors about it, but I'm pretty sure it's just some permanent shit now. But when I was working on the machine, my shoulder was like cracking a little bit, like as I push up, You know how you feel that little. Well, you don't know if you don't have this problem, but I'm feeling that little snap, crackle, and pop as I was lifting the weights. And it wasn't like bothering me there, but I would just feel it as I was lifting. But it wouldn't be no pain afterwards. Like, so I'm figuring when I'm doing that, I'm rebuilding my shoulder. But apparently I was just making it worse. Maybe I should just go to the doctor and see somebody about this shit. But as of today, I'm feeling much better. I still hit the gym regardless of that injury. I can't lift right now. I can't do any lifting, any arm shit. So I'm just doing cardio, ab workouts and shit like that. I didn't go this morning because I'll explain in a little bit. A series of unfortunate events happened. I'll get into it. But I am going to go tonight, though, because I ain't trying to miss out on no gains, which is a reason why I also went when I was injured. Like, at first I was like, damn, I'm not going to be able to go to the gym. But, nigga, your arms ain't the only thing you can work on. You can also work on your legs. You can work on your abs and shit like that. Like, it ain't just about arms. So I'm doing other things in there until my shoulder gets a little bit better. Because I wouldn't dare lift no shit right now. Not at all. I actually stopped doing the treadmill. I mentioned to you guys that I was running a mile a day. And I didn't actually update you guys on that at all since then. And I told you I would. Pardon me. But I actually switched from the treadmill. I started hitting the bikes because the treadmill was giving me the shin splints like crazy. Like, afterwards, like, I would have to sit down immediately and recuperate and shit like that. I don't like that feeling. That feeling of not being able to feel shit. I don't like that. The bike doesn't give me that. If anything, I feel more of I feel like my legs are more in shape after I do the bikes. It's not like a pain. It's like a tightness. Like, it feels good, actually. But yeah, I've been doing like 4 miles on the bike because when you on a bike, once you can speed up, you can slow it down and shit like that. You can take it easy, and you could raise like the I call it the difficulty. I don't know what it's actually called, but you could raise like the number and shit to make it harder to pedal. And once you get a hang of that, like once you really find your sweet spot, you could push yourself to the limit and get a nice sweat and feel good afterwards. And then I went over to the ab workouts. I did some sit-ups and shit like that. But I still kind of felt the pain when I went back on the sit-up. Kind of felt the pain in my shoulder. So it might be a rotator cuff issue. I should just see the doctor. But I told y'all in an earlier episode when I came back from Colombia, I went to see the doctor about the pink eye situation, and I can't get a fucking physical done until September. That was back in when we come back in April. That was back in April. I had to schedule a physical all the way in September. The shit is open now. You need to see me, nigga. I have questions. I have concerns. I want to be able to use my shoulder right again. I hope it has. What if it's been out of the socket this whole time, and I've just been dealing with it? That's some me shit. That's some me shit to do. Have a whole shoulder out of your socket and just dealing with it, just living with it and shit. That sounds like me. That sounds about right. But if my shoulder was out the socket, I don't think I'd be able to function like that. Maybe it's partially out of the socket. It feels like it can't be nothing right though. Like this isn't anything normal that's supposed to be happening to somebody. I know that. I should be able to block a fucking shot. I'm taking another sip, man. I don't got no cup, man. I got to drink out of the bottle this week. That's all right. Ain't nobody else drinking this shit. By myself, man. Driving a fucking boat this week. Look at that shit. Speaking of that, You hoes should be ashamed of what y'all doing in that Backyardigans song, man. Are y'all that bored in the house with your kids? But y'all gotta turn a song that was already fire, and you gotta shake your ass to it. Y'all always gotta turn something wholesome into something wholesome, hoish. If you didn't catch that, why is that, man? Why? Well, what if that was my kid's favorite show, right? My little daughter. What if that was her favorite show? You know how kids are tech savvy now. What if my child goes on Instagram and searches up Backyardigans into the thick of it? What if? Just what if? We playing hypothetical right now. And she got to see your ass on there, butt ass naked maybe. And I only seen one video, but I'm sure it's viral now of chicks doing this shit now. And I'm sure they're butt ass naked doing it. Why should my daughter have to see that shit? You know little kids is on TikTok and shit like that now. You know little kids is on Instagram Reels. I mean, why should my little daughter have to see that, hypothetically? Y'all need to get y'all shit together, man. What happened to twerking to Juvenile? What happened to that? Y'all always trying to remix some shit. Sit your ass down somewhere and wash your ass. Make sure you wash your ass today while we getting into the thick of things. Make sure you wash your ass before you twerk, because your child don't want to smell that shit. You know, he's sitting there watching it. He or she's sitting there watching the Backyardigans. You busting it open. Got the whole living room lit. The whole living room smelling like a filter fish. Come on now. Got the whole first floor winging. And nobody's cooking. Your husband come home and shit. Man, baby, you frying some whiting? No, I was making TikToks. Damn. I gotta get that the dashy sound effect. Oh, I'm about to add that shit. That would have been perfect. Imagine coming home, right, smelling fish, thinking you about to have a sturdy meal, and you just find your wife in the living room making TikToks. Damn. Yo. Speaking of these bitches, speaking of these hoes, man. There was a post on and this is very geographical right here. I know there's people listening in France. And that's about it. And that's just Philly after that, because this podcast has not grown to many demographics yet. But we're going to get there. Don't worry about it, guys. I haven't actually checked any other streaming platforms, just audio. But anyway, this is very geographical right here. There is an Instagram page called Philly Scoop Hall, right? And they post a lot of Philly shit. They post a lot of Philly's goings-ons, anything that's happening in Philly, all the crazy shit, all the bids. They post some heartfelt shit sometimes, but mostly it's just like when people's lives are fucked up, when shit's hitting the fan, you know, car accidents, killings, all that kind of shit, and bids. But yesterday, I was scrolling through Instagram and I didn't watch the video. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't listen to it. I didn't listen to what this woman was saying at all. But the caption got me, right? And it said that the restaurant Steak 48 that I was talking about, apparently she went to Steak 48 and her loaf of bread that she ordered came with some spearmint gum baked into the crevices, baked into the bread, right? I thought that was hilarious. You know, given the recent events that was happening at Steak 48, how they implementing the $100 minimum because niggas was only ordering sides, I thought it was funny. And the first thing that came to my mind was maybe the bitch only ordered some bread. I don't know. I said they probably only ordered bread. Shrug emoji. I thought it was hilarious. Now, given I was high at the time, which I'm usually high, smoking weed. I don't know. Like, I gotta specify because niggas be on some other shit. I only smoke weed. So I thought it was hilarious at the time. I thought my comment was funny as shit. That's why I posted it in there. And these bitches didn't think it was at all. They immediately went to race. Immediately, even though it had nothing to do with race. I think. I don't know. I didn't say anything about race at all. I said they probably only ordered bread because people have been going to Steak 48 and ordering sides. Now, if you can't take it, if you don't understand the joke, then I don't know what to tell you. But I didn't even respond to any of them mad ass bitches. I just sat there and let them be mad and be angry. They talking about, hold on, let me go to this shit. I don't want to misquote anybody. 1 second. Here we go. Let me play the video for. I'm gonna play it after, cause I still haven't listened to the whole video, cause I thought this shit was funny, man.
But here we go.
Hold on, let me go to the comments. Oh, I got some more likes. That's what's up. So the first chick says, watch the video and listen. She ordered a lot of food. Okay? All right? Just so you know, she ordered a lot of food. Well, where's the proof? Where's the proof where's the bread at? Cause if something happens like that to me, I'm gonna take a picture of this shit. You know, especially if I'm running to Instagram and complaining and shit like that. I don't know though. I don't automatically believe that everything that everybody says. Maybe you do, but I think people lying all the time, or most of the time. People that I don't know, strangers. I'm thinking you lying. So then here go the other John talking about it's always us that say anything against our own people. I didn't say anything about race though. Why she bringing race into this shit? She acting like I said that black bitch only ordered a loaf of bread. I didn't say that shit. I didn't say that at all. I ain't say nothing close to that. I said they probably only ordered bread because people been ordering sides. She acting like I said that black hoe said, "Let me get a loaf of bread and a check, please." I didn't say that. I ain't say that. So I don't understand why she bringing race into this shit. And she says, somebody else says, I swear some black people are the worst. These comments are focusing on the wrong stuff. Maybe. Now I'll give you that. That probably was the wrong thing to focus on in the grand scheme of things. Because if her loaf of bread actually did come with a piece of gum in it, that's fucking crazy, right? Did she order a loaf of bread and gum came in it? I don't know. I don't have any fucking proof, and I still haven't watched the video. We gonna watch the video together. She says you clearly wasn't listening because they ordered more than bread. Okay, yeah, I didn't watch the video. You got that. Real shit. It's so sad. Man, shut the fuck up, mad ass bitches. Fuck y'all. Fuck all of y'all. How about that? Suck a dick. Let's watch the video, guys.
So today my daughter graduation, she wanted to go to Steak 48 for our little graduation dinner. So
damn, congratulations. I ain't know you graduated. My bad.
maybe. So we was working on our second round of bread. And by the time, so when the bread came out, I took my piece. I was the only person I think that took some bread. So as I'm biting into the bread was like real minty. And I was like, this bread is like mint. But I didn't pay it no mind because I've been to restaurants before where sometimes the sauce or whatever can just like drop into the food or whatever. But as I'm eating it, it was like still real minty. So all of a sudden my hands was like super sticky, like with all like this stringy residue. So there they ask you, do you want like a white cloth or a black cloth? I'm glad I asked for a black cloth, so which was the napkin. So as I'm wiping my hands on it, I'm seeing all this white residue. So like,
Well, how much gum was this nigga chewing?
so I sniffed my hand and I was like, this smell like spearmint gum. So I turned around to my mom. I said, Mom, you had gum in your mouth? She was like, no, why? I said, I think it's gum on this. So everybody at the table just looking at me. So then I touched, it's like the pan that it was in. I touched the pan and it was like a white glob right there and it was super stringy. I said, I think this is gum. So everybody looking at me like, what? I'm like, girl, this is gum. So everybody sniffing like, oh my God, this is gum. So the waiter come and I'm telling the waiter, I said, sir, it's gum in this bread. So he looks at the pan. He's like, oh my God. And he snatched it. He snatched it so fast before I could take a video of it. So now.
Did he now?
I'm looking around like, what the fuck? I said, is this really gum? So now he brings the manager. So the manager comes like, oh, miss, I'm sorry. I can reassure you that's not bubble gum. She was like, So she comes to the table like, ma'am, I can reassure you.
Oh, this video is 10 minutes. I'm not about to sit here and listen to this whole shit. Are you kidding me? We got other shit to talk about, man. All she needed to do was post a picture or a video of the shit, and it'd have been proven. I thought the shit was funny off the rip. That's all I can say. And I'm standing by my comment. They only ordered bread. She talking about we was on our second round of bread. They was only about to order some bread in there, and I'm gonna stick by that too. I don't know, man. That's for y'all to determine. Them motherfuckers only wanted bread, and they wasn't going to tip. Now what? Now what? Black people what? Fuck y'all. I love black people. I love black people that love me. And all the black people that don't love me, fuck y'all. On our second round of bread. Y'all ain't getting no appetizers? How much bread can you eat? Get some apps. What the fuck are you talking about, man? On our second round of bread. I don't even think I got bread when I went there. We went straight to appetizers. Isn't bread free? I know when you go to Outback, I don't know, man. Y'all motherfuckers making me not want to go there no more. I tell you that. That might be the goal. That might be what Steak 48 wants. I'm tired of this little bitch Coyle Ray tempting me like this, man. She is a temptress. And who the fuck is this that she with? Is that a nigga? Or a dyke? I really don't know what that is, though, to be honest. She nice, though. That's my type right there. NBA star James Harden allegedly Cash App's Sweetie $100K for a date. Okay. All right. He ain't playing right now, so why not? I mean, he's getting paid to not play. He getting paid to rest up. Is he injured or something? I don't know. The last game that I watched the game last night, and he wasn't playing. He's on the sideline, looking like Dark Low in the face. But let me see. I didn't actually stay to watch the whole game though. I didn't see the score at the end. Let me look that up real quick. Who won game 3? Let's see. Rhyming accidentally. Oh, the Bucks won last night. Let's go. They won that shit by a wing and a prayer. Fuck them niggas in Brooklyn. Fuck KD. Fuck James Harden. And fuck Kyrie Irving. Fuck them niggas. And fuck Blake Griffin too. You pile on ass niggas. Y'all got too fucking much. Now, y'all got way too fucking much and y'all know it. Too much firepower. Y'all got so much to where James Harden don't even have to be playing for y'all to dominate. Y'all got James Harden. He's like the extra clip. Y'all already got a 30. But y'all got James Harden he's like an extra 30. To be honest. Shout out to Giannis. That's what's up. They got a game in though. So they gotta the Nets still gotta get 2 more in order to win this shit. I don't think the Bucks are gonna be able to come back before they can get 2 more. They already let them get too many. I think James Harden will start playing before they let y'all niggas win this shit. Game 7, it'll be full-fledged. You know, they ain't about to let that shit happen. If it goes to a Game 7. I don't see it. Cause like I said, the Bucks, they won that shit by, what they be saying, like a wing and a prayer? Like, they was barely hanging in there. And I was talking shit about KD last week, and he was cooking last night, too. Like, I was saying he don't have that killer instinct anymore. He proved me wrong last night. Like, he put on a great show. The Sixers, though, them niggas play tonight.
There you go, Goofy Cat.
Oh,
there
shit.
you go, Goofy Cat.
Shut up, Jaden.
Check out the trick.
Shut up, Jaden. This isn't the Trainwreck podcast anymore, Jaden. I didn't mean to press you. I didn't mean to press your button, Jaden. Shut up. Speaking of Jaden, I'm going to get back to the NBA. I was talking to Jaden earlier before I came to the studio. Jaden is about to get his own room. You know? Jaden also has that gamer vibe that I used to have. Like, he loves video games. Right? So I told him, you got your own room now. You know you can have a setup now, right? Cuz he did say that he wanted to be cuz he wanted to be a lot of shit. He used to want to be a train conductor for SEPTA. That's when he was younger. Then he wanted to be what do you want to be after that? I forget. But most recently, he wants to be a streamer. He knows about Twitch. He knows about YouTube. I was actually talking to him, and we actually agree on some of this shit. I was talking to him about the positives and negatives, the pros and cons of streaming on YouTube versus streaming on Twitch. This nigga talking about, I can still get donations on YouTube. So what's the point of streaming on Twitch? I agree, nigga. I agree with you. What is the point of streaming on Twitch if I could do the same shit on YouTube? You feel me? That nigga, he got the right mindset, man. He got the right mindset. I like where he's going. He's starting way younger than me. You know what? Since I said last week that nigga's a carbon copy of me, I gotta build him a setup now, right? I have to. It's only right because I actually got a picture of him sitting in my YouTube setup. I was playing a game. I got the dual monitor set up, the PC, webcam, all that shit, all the cords and shit like that. I was deep into the shit, right? He was sitting right beside me, soaking all of that shit in. I see why he would want to do this shit now. Plus all the YouTube videos that he watch and shit like that, people that he's seeing, all that influenced him, right? So I'm gonna take most of the credit for it, but anyway, it's only right that I build him some shit. So we gonna get that right. He got a Nintendo Switch, which is good enough. I gotta figure out how to stream on that shit, which it should be easy because all it really is. Excuse me, guys. My bad. All it really is like I think the Switch has an HDMI port. If you put it into that rectangle box shit. I slept on the Switch too. I shitted on the Switch. From the Kings of Gaming podcast to the Trainwreck podcast, I shitted on the Switch. So on this podcast right here, I'm going to pay homage. I'm not going to shit on the Switch. I will have. There will be no shit talking about the Nintendo Switch on the Dopest podcast. I am sorry, Nintendo. You guys made a great fucking product. Real shit. Real shit, man. Y'all said y'all was gonna be able to make AAA games portable, and y'all fucking did it. Y'all fucking did it, man. That's what's up. Multiplayer games, portable and shit like that, which was already being done, but you guys like these fucking honkies out there. Shout out to Dice. Guys honking their horns and shit. But yeah, you guys streamlined the shit, man. You guys, you did some innovative shit. I fuck with it, man, because it actually works, you know. And my little brother's into it, so I got to be into it too. I was actually watching him playing Super Mario 3D World. Looks fire, and I think his commentary will be good. He's an interesting little dude, and I don't think there's any little guys streaming like that, like toddlers and shit. I don't think there's nobody streaming. They're unboxing toys and shit like that, but I don't think they're streaming video games. So, yeah, we gonna do that. Soon as he get in his own room, we gonna build him a little gaming setup where he can stream and shit like that. You know, cause he got all the time in the world. Honestly, like I would like to do that shit too, but I'm doing other shit, man. And speaking of that, man. Let's get back into the Turo world. Drop one of Flex's bombs. That's Flex's bomb again. Since Charlemagne is nasty now, that's Flex's bomb again. We gonna give it back to Flex. Since Charlemagne is nasty, I like it's still been rolling. I've been successful at it. But black people, you guys are fucking disappointing me, man. You guys have been letting me down recently, as of late. You making me not wanna deal with you at all when it come to this shit, honestly, whatsoever. So, I took another chance on a black person and offered them a rental, right? Offered them to rent the truck to them. They booked in advance. This was like 2 weeks in advance, maybe a little less than that, but it was really early. So I talked to that person. I told them thank you for choosing me and shit like that, and they didn't respond, which is kind of like a red flag at first. It's weird. It's weird, but I decided not to say anything. I didn't think anything of it, and I decided not to say anything. I didn't really think anything of it. Like, fuck it. This nigga just like, fuck it. I rented a car. I don't really want to talk to this nigga. Like, some people just, they just won't say anything to you. I've noticed. But when it came to the day to drop the car off, probably like a day before. I'll start there. So the guy said the initial pickup point was for the airport. So I thought he was going to be coming in from a arriving flight. So I text him like, yo, just to get everything straight so I get there before you, what baggage claim are you going to be at? So that everything could be smooth. It could be a smooth exchange. I already got somebody coming to follow me, so I don't want to be wasting their time neither. So he says, oh, there was actually a mix-up. I don't know why it said that. The drop-off or pickup is for a address that was actually pretty close to me, or to where I offer free drop-off, free pickup. So it was pretty close to that, right? So I said, even better, man. Plus he already paid for the airport delivery, so fuck it, right? Mind you, the pickup time for him was 1 a.m. I don't usually like doing that shit, but fuck it. It's better than a job, right? It's better than having a fucking job. Imagine having to go in at 1 a.m. and work 8 hours. Imagine that. So that was weird too. Why wouldn't you put the actual, I don't know. like I think it's pretty streamlined, Toro, for you to make put all your information in. I don't know how you could fuck that up. So anyway, we get to that location for the drop off, and that nigga's not there. Now you're not really supposed to drop off the fucking car to anybody that's not on the app. Like, you're supposed to drop it off to the person that has the license. Their license was confirmed through the app and shit like that. You're not supposed to give it to anybody else. He talking about, oh, my uncle's in the house, he gonna pick it up. Like, and I don't know what was going through my mind at the time. I'm glad I didn't do it, but I'm like, okay, I trust this guy because he told me, and I took a chance on him as a black man to another black man. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. He said, I'm at work, I'm not gonna get off until late, right? He said, I'm not gonna get off until late. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just drop it off to your uncle then. In good faith that he was telling me the truth. I'm too fucking nice to people. So we sitting there waiting for his uncle to come outside, and I'm like, yo, nobody came outside yet. He talking about, yeah, he must have dozed off. Go ring the bell. I get out and I go ring the bell. I probably stand at the door for like 5 minutes. It wasn't the worst of neighborhood, so I wasn't really uncomfortable. Like, I wouldn't have did this in North Philly, like, at all. I wouldn't have did this in no crazy neighborhood like that. He'd have been shit out of luck, like, off a rip. Like, if you're not outside, I'm not sticking around for that shit, man. I automatically think you're trying to line me up, and I thought this in this situation too. You never know, man. So I stood out there for a little bit, and then I got back in the car. I'm like, yo, my ride's waiting for me. I'm not trying to be sitting out here all night. Like, you inconveniencing a lot of people right now. So he like, yeah, I understand. I'm at work. But before he said he was just leaving work, but now he's at work still. Whatever, nigga. But I said, all right, black man, you at work. Just pick it up in the morning. I get up early and go to the gym anyway. Just pick it up in the morning when you get off. Okay, bet. All right, bet. It's the morning time. I don't hear from this nigga. I'm up early. I hit the gym and everything. I don't hear from this nigga. 12 o'clock, I text him, yo, you still want this shit? Like, do you still want the car? He texts me like 2 hours later. Yeah, between 3 and 4. Like, who the fuck does this nigga think he is, man? Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you, nigga. I don't need your money. Cancel this shit if you're not gonna show up. He's literally inconveniencing me and trying to make sure that I don't make any money. Maybe. Or at least that was what he was doing. I don't know if he was intentionally trying to do that shit, but that's what was happening. So we talking about, yeah, between 3 and 4. 2 hours later, after I hit him up, I'm doing other shit already. I'm at the fucking mall. So he calling me, he blowing my phone up. I ain't gonna lie, I ignored him for a little bit because I'm like, nigga, who the fuck is you between 3 and 4 when you was supposed to pick up last night and early this morning? I done did all this shit and you still ain't hit up about the car. First of all, why would you do this shit with something that you paying for? I don't get that shit. That was weird too. Why wouldn't you be on time for something that you paying for? It's coming out of your pocket, nigga. So yeah, the nigga was just being weird all around, all across the board. And today, all this happened on Thursday night going into today. He had a allegedly, air quotes, he had a trip planned. He was supposed to be going on a road trip. I think he was trying to rent the car for somebody else. I don't think the nigga was even in Philly. Oh, there you go. Oh, shit, that's why. Damn it. I could have had this shit playing out of 2 ears the whole time. I didn't have the cord plugged all the way in. I'm a fucking idiot, guys. But yeah, this nigga talking about, yeah, I got a road trip planned. That's what he told me initially, right? But while he wasn't concerned about the road trip at all. Talking about I'm at work. I'm still at work. When the road trip happening then? Like, nigga just fucking lying to me. We trying to rent the car for somebody else. Like, nigga, you have to be there. I can't just give it to somebody else. You rented it. The fuck? What do you think this is? So, this morning, he's blowing my phone up all night talking about, yeah, I'm trying to leave at 12. Fuck out of here. This morning, I called Toro up, explained the situation. They canceled it on his ass, gave me 70% of his money. And, yeah, we gonna carry it from there. Somebody else rented it right after it got canceled. Some honkies out there. We got some honkies on the block. I don't know what's happening outside, but it's a lot of honkies. But yeah, immediately after I got off the phone with the lady, nice lady by the way, very sweet. She canceled it for me. She talked to him for me. I didn't have to conversate with him at all. She emailed him and everything, explained what's going on. Nigga, you was a no-show. So, yeah, run that. But, yeah, immediately after, somebody else booked it. There is a shortage on rental cars right now, apparently. And a lot of people are turning to Turo for rental cars. I've been seeing it. Shit's been really great lately. I'm excited. I need a couple more cars, man. If I had like 5 cars, I'd be cool. I'd be great. Shit, if I had another car, just 2 cars, like always on Turo. If I had 2 cars, that'd be crazy. So that's my next goal, to get another car on there. Pay the one down that I got now, and start paying that shit down a little bit. Then probably go try to get another one. Once I pay that down on that one, probably start like a LLC for the rental shit. And probably try to go get some like a business loan, or just like an auto loan period for the car. Not a business, not even like a business loan, like an auto loan for another car I could have out on the road, just making more money for me. Cause it seemed like I it's always somebody that needs that shit, man. If I probably try to get another, like the same car that I got now. I wouldn't even try to risk it and get a different car. Like, what if I get a dud or something, like a car that nobody want, and then I'm just stuck with that shit. Like, it's some research that go into this shit too. Like, I think I got lucky with the kind of car that I got. Like, I didn't know that was, I didn't do no research. Like, I didn't know that car would be like a car that people would want to rent on Turo. And I kind of think any car will work. It's just how you price it. You know, if you go on there, you'll see certain cars, like people are too attached to their car, and they'll price it at like a higher price point, and they'll have 0 trips or like 1 trip. So, like, you can't be too attached to this shit. Like, you gotta be realistic with your price. And I think with that, you'll get more trips. Like, if you go too high and try to overvalue the car, you won't get any profit. You may get a trip every once in a while, but I'd rather always be having trips than to be having them every once in a while and it be for a big number. You know, I rather have it add up to something. You know, I'd rather always be busy than just every once in a while, if that makes sense. So I guess it don't matter what kind of car, the next car that I get, as long as I price it right and do my research right, which I will. I'm gonna execute on this shit. To be honest with you, I'd have never thought I would be doing this kind of shit at all. Like, this wasn't a part of the plan at all. I didn't see this. Like, this caught me completely off guard. Like, this is actually something that I kind of enjoy doing. Like, cause it's passive and it's cars. Like, I like cars. Like owning a fleet of cars and having them out on the road at the same time. You tracking them and shit, seeing where they at. You could pull up at any time. Like, I like that shit. I could get used to that shit. Like, I need another car, man. I need a couple more cars. Fuck that. Some shit I forgot to talk about last week. I watched that the Shop episode with Hove, that LeBron show on HBO, and I'm glad I saw that because I actually haven't been using my HBO for anything, like since shit has been opening up. I mean, I've been back in the movies and shit. What good is HBO Max anymore? I mean, I guess it's cool if you don't want to go to the movies and you can, because The Conjuring is on there, so I don't have to go to the movies to watch The Conjuring. I could just see it in the house, so I guess it's good for that. But I mean, I kind of only ordered all the streaming services because we was stuck in the house. Like you couldn't go see any. Excuse me, damn, I got the fucking burps. But yeah, you couldn't really go see anything in the movies, you know, and you was looking for new shit to watch during quarantine, so it's good to just have all the options. But I might just keep it anyway because I still haven't finished watching Game of Thrones. I kind of took a break on that. It kind of got boring a little bit to me at a certain point. I'm sure I'll go back to it and be as involved in it as I was, but right now I'm just taking a break on it. I'll probably go back to it probably next summer or some shit like that. It was really my pink eye show. Like I couldn't do shit with my pink eye. Like I couldn't even go do DoorDash. I couldn't do nothing. Like I was just trapped in the house. I would just come out and do podcasts once a week. I apparently I had a severe case of pink eye. Like my shit was bad. I had that Colombian pink eye. But yeah, I'm glad that shit is over with. So I was really just trapped in the house watching Game of Thrones, cause my eye was fucked up, and it kind of carried over because I was watching it on the plane too. So there was that. But yeah, I'm off it right now. I'll go back to it though. I know Game of Thrones fans, if you're listening to this, probably, oh no, come on man, what the fuck is you talking about? Watch it all the way through. But they give recaps before every episode, so it's not like I'm gonna be lost or anything. My memory don't really get lost with shows. It's more important stuff that my memory gets lost with, which is not good at all. But yeah, if you didn't have all streaming services during the quarantine, your quarantine was probably trash. Probably. But at the shop episode with Hove, it was cool. It was good. Everybody don't get to see Hove's sense of humor all the time, but he's got like that dry sense of humor, you know, that Seinfeld kind of sense of humor. I also learned who Bad Bunny was. I didn't know who that was. I knew who Bad Bobby is, but Bad Bunny, I didn't know. I thought that was what Bad Bobby was going by. But I thought she did like a rebrand or something. But that's a whole other artist, and it's a man too. It's like makes Latin music, which I've been listening to recently. I miss Colombia, man. I'm going through withdrawals. You know, that shit was a vibe, man. I've been listening to all kinds of Latin music recently. That's the station that I listen to in the car with my radio, because I don't listen to the radio like that, but when I turn my car on, the radio automatically, like, it don't go right to Bluetooth, which is because I always got my phone on. I like to control my environment, so I listen to whatever I want to listen to. I don't like the radio. I'm at the will of some nigga in the studio. Fuck that. But I turn it to the Latin stations now. So when my car turns on, you hear that Latin shit. I mean, that do. I was dancing out there, believe it or not. I don't dance. Niggas ain't never seen me dance. I was fucking dancing. Man. I'm a whole other person in Colombia. I also wanted to talk about, I forgot to talk about last week, urinals, public restrooms. When I use a public restroom, I can't use it when there's other people in there. I automatically tense up and I can't go anymore. I wanted to know if anybody else had that problem. Hit the email, askthedopestpodcast@gmail.com. Let me know. But me, I can't pee around people. I gotta be in seclusion or comfort. You know, like in the house, if somebody's waiting to use the bathroom outside the door, it ain't like that. Like I can't use the bathroom, but like public restrooms, it's like stalls. Not even a stall because that's like enclosed, but like, you know, the urinals. That's the thing right there. I actually went to a restaurant the other day, right? And I was using the urinal, and it's like this hole. It's bigger than like your thumb. Like you could put your thumb through that shit. Not your dick, but your thumb. I know what you guys are thinking. It wasn't a fucking glory hole, but it was above the urinal, and it was almost like a camera or something was in there. Like it was a strange place for a hole to be. Like why would a hole be above a urinal? It's got to be somebody peeking on you, right? That's the first thing that I thought, and I was uncomfortable, man. I got uncomfortable. But I did pee though. I said fuck it, cause I noticed it when I was mid piss. It's like, all right, if they see me, they see me. But you guys are some fucking perverts in this restaurant. Floyd Mayweather versus Jake Paul. That happened too over the break since I last talked to you guys. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch that shit. People were calling it. People were saying, "Oh, did you watch the fight? Did you see the fight?" Like, I wish you guys would stop calling it that. It's not the fight. Like, the fight is when Floyd was fighting actual boxers. That's the fight. Like, this wasn't the fight. This wasn't the main event. This wasn't this. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it because I knew it was gonna be corny, and that's what everybody said. I didn't hear anybody that didn't say this shit was corny. Everybody that I heard, everybody that I know that saw this shit said this shit was corny. And I had the opportunity to watch it too, and I was like, man, don't get that shit. Don't waste your time with that shit. We ain't gonna waste our time with that shit. So let's just put it. And they was fighting on a fucking Sunday. When like I was with some of my friends, right? And somebody made a good point. When the fuck have you known Floyd to fight on a Sunday? And they still made $30 million, but when have you known Floyd to fight on a Sunday? This shit was for the little kids. Shit was for the YouTube babies. Man, this was Nickelodeon. This wasn't no fucking boxing match. It was an exhibition too. I did know this was an exhibition. I mentioned that before. So that's another reason I didn't watch it, man. Niggas was in there playing. What, nobody trying to draw no blood? I did hear Jake Paul was fucked up a little bit though. Allegedly. I didn't watch it, but I heard he was out of breath, winded. And that don't sound like knock the fuck out. Yeah, I don't know what you guys were expecting. I don't have much to say on that shit. I didn't watch it. I didn't care about it. When they were promoting it, I didn't give a fuck about it. So, yeah. Pooh Shiesty was in a club, I think was it Miami? Yep. King of Diamonds. Yeah, he was walking outside of King of Diamonds, and he apparently shot a security guard in the ankle. I don't know, but he's dealing with that right now. If you guys didn't know about that, I have no words on that. I don't know. I don't care about these little niggas. I'm sure he'll be all right if he did it with purpose. And if he did it with no purpose, then like why you just shooting security guards in the ankle, man? It had to be for a reason. I'm looking at this shit on I seen some shit on the Shade Room. And somebody was recording in the club, and it said they took all his money. He started shooting. Oh, niggas was running too. Okay, so somebody took his money, and he started shooting. Okay, so there's your motive right there. Shout out to Pooh Shiesty, man. Shout out to Pooh Shiesty for standing his ground, because you can stand your ground in Florida. Shout out to him for shooting at them niggas that took his money, man. Another bomb. It was not just a song, allegedly, apparently. He actually gonna get it back in blood. Fuck is you niggas talking about? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. He has a bail. $10,000. The judge allowed him to have a bail, so he's out here. He's out here. Shout out to him, man. That's what's up. I didn't know they stole his money. Speaking of guns, though, there's apparently a bill trying to get passed. It's gaining steam in Harrisburg, in Pennsylvania, for there no longer needs to be a necessary. There's no longer necessary. It's no longer necessary for you to have a permit to conceal your firearm. I think that's fire. Using a lot of bombs this week, man. I think that's fire, man. I heard Texas was trying to pass this too. I mean, if that's the most American shit I've ever heard. I mean, it is kind of redundant though, right? Because you when you go to the gun store, you get a background check anyway. Like, they're doing a background check on you anyway. So the same thing that they're doing with the concealed carry permit, they're doing at the gun store in 5 seconds. So the shit that I had to wait a month, not even a month, 3 months. I got to wait till August to get my fucking permit. So the shit that I had to wait for 3 months for happened in seconds when I purchased the gun in the first place. So yeah, I mean, if the background checks go through there, why can't that just be the ultimate check? Why can't I just conceal from there? I already passed the background check to buy the fucking gun. Now I got to pass another background check to conceal it? Like, it's redundant. And I think it's purposeful, though. Like, they don't want people out here carrying guns. That's why I got to wait till August, even though this shit is open still. Actually, I tried calling them niggas. They don't answer the phone. Not ask cops. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Ain't solved no murders. Quick little interlude. Hey, if you on YouTube, you cannot experience the Dopest podcast interludes because they don't allow music to be played over there. You know, if you don't make the music, they don't allow you to play that music over there for longer than 10 seconds, I think it is. Yeah, some shit like that. So if you want to, my bad. If you want to be in on the interludes are fire. I pick some great songs, either R&B or whatever I'm into, whatever mood I'm in. That was just an R&B joint right there. If you want to hear my interludes, and it's not my interludes. I'm playing music, but it's music that I like. That was R&B joint right there. That was Usher, Love You Gently. But it is an experience. Like, once you hear the podcast and how everything flows together and shit like that, it's an experience. I like audio more than anything. I don't watch this shit. I don't. More important news. Asian man released on $10,000 bond after he shot a young boy, man, because his bike was on his lawn. And he was going to get his bike off the lawn. And young boy said he tried to hit him with a sledgehammer, but the young boy was too fast, so he shot him. Let's play the video. Hold on, let me scroll to the video. But while I scroll to the video, stop Asian hate, right? Let's stop Asian hate. Let's stop black hate.
I mean, with a sledgehammer, but that's not gonna work because I'm too fast.
So then what did he do?
Got a gun. Boom. Shot me right here.
It's all on video. Saturday.
Well, young boy's a gangster already. Let's get that out the way. He's way too calm about that shit. How many times did he get shot before? That's the question I got.
afternoon on Candlewood Lane. You'll see kids playing, hear a gunshot, then Kobe realizes he's hit.
Damn. Bitch ass nigga. I don't fuck. Look at his face, man. I don't fuck with your face. Somebody you shot a kid. I don't care what a kid is doing on your lawn. You don't fucking shoot him. What the fuck could a kid be doing on your lawn that you fucking shoot him? Nothing. Nothing. Kid couldn't be doing shit on your lawn that requires for you to shoot him. That's way past the grumpy old man. Get off my lawn. Nigga just went straight to the pistol. No, my bad. Sledgehammer. My bad. Tried to hit him with a sledgehammer. And then shot him. Because his bike was on his lawn. And he was trying to go get it off the lawn. Fuck this nigga, man. Speaking of shootings, though. It was a shooting that happened at Publix. I forget where it was. That's not important, though. There were 3 dead. One of being a 1-year-old and his grandmother and another person. The person that did it, he killed himself as well. At first, they were trying to keep his name private so they could reach his next of kin, which just means he's white. Because they don't hesitate to share the black person's name. They'll plaster his name everywhere. That's besides the point, though. The guy's name is Timothy J. White. But yeah, that was the first thing I thought. Like they're not gonna identify him until they reach his family, whatever. Yeah, Timothy J. Wall, my bad, not White. But he was, I think, white. Actually, let me confirm that before I just put another shooting on white people. We're gonna do a little bit of journalism on here. Yes, he was white. Yes, he is. Yes. Glad he wasn't black, man. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad, but I'm gonna put it out there. Just to report on some things that's happening, you know. I don't have too much to say about it at all, really, because honestly, I'm desensitized to it, and I'll be the first to admit it, if nobody else will be. I don't feel nothing towards this shit. Yes, it's sad, but I'm not sad about it. I mean, I'm being honest. I'm not sad about this shit. Like, I'm not fucked up at all. This is what's happening in the world. You gotta be on 10. You gotta be on your toes at all times. Bring your gun into the Publix. Bring your gun into the Walmart. You seen what the baby went through. That nigga might have been trying to commit a mass shooting or something. The baby executed that nigga. I don't know the full details of that situation, but, you know. What if he was trying to commit a mass shooting and he wanted to start with the baby? I'm about to kill this black nigga. This nigga over here licking his lips and shit. Anyway, though, speaking of black niggas, before I get out of here, one more thing. I saw on Instagram. I saw it was funny. A man hit the lottery for $30,000 and bought a $20,000 chain immediately, and got it stolen.
It was a typical afternoon here at this West Warren gas station in Detroit near Grand Boulevard. Customers coming in, filling up with gas, buying lottery tickets. It was a favourite spot for our victim, Jamal.
Thanks for you.
Customer walks in, shakes his hand, a couple more customers behind. The guy in the black, pay close attention to him. And his buddy, right behind. They're looking for some easy pickings, and Jamal is their target.
I hit the lottery.
Jamal won $30,000 on the Michigan lottery, bought himself a $20,000 necklace. You see, he's wearing it there. He's heard of people getting robbed for their jewelry.
Yeah, it's a thing. So I was just looking around, making sure nobody ain't trying to get my chain,
But they did get his chain.
Yo, the dashy sound effect would be perfect, right? Oh. Damn, homie. The streets gotta eat, nigga. Man, you shouldn't have bought no fucking chain, nigga. Well, I ain't gonna tell you to do with your money. But, that was fucking stupid. You should have, I tell you what I would have did with $30,000. I wouldn't have bought a chain. I would have invested it in something that's gonna make me some more passive income. I probably would have got another car to put it on Turo. Or, yeah, that's probably what I would have did, because there's not much you could do with $30,000. You probably put a down payment on a house. Yeah, it's a lot you could do with $30,000. Put a down payment on a house. I mean, that's enough money to keep in your account for a while so you can actually get the house. Yeah, you could probably buy a house with that. Airbnb. That's some more passive income. You went about this wrong, nigga, and now your chain's gone. And I know for a fact you didn't buy insurance. You know, it'd be funny if the chain was fake. That'd be hilarious. Everybody lost. He bought a fake chain for a real price, and them niggas stole a fake chain, and they're gonna try to sell it, and it's not gonna be worth shit. That would be hilarious. That's funny to me. All right, guys, I'm about to get the fuck out of here, man. Episode 7 of the Dopest podcast. Another great one. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to this shit as much as I enjoyed making it for you. What do you guys need to do before I get out of here? Make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review. 5 stars. It helps the algorithm. It helps recommend my podcast to more people so we can grow. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon. Hit the like button. The bell icon is most important, so you can be notified every time Honky's outside. So you can be notified every time I drop a video, and you won't miss shit. And what else? Follow me on Instagram at Mr. Moss 2_. And that is it. I'm about to play us out with something really quick. And thank you for listening. I will see you guys next week. Peace.